guys, it's Scarlett. Welcome back to Scar Let's Go! From now on, all my travel vlogs will be called Scar Let's Go. We're in China today, and this vlog will be split into two parts because we visited two cities, Shenyang and Harbin. Both of these cities are located in Dongbei, the northernmost region of China. Dongbei, aka the coldest part of China, is famous for its snow, freezing weather, and of course affordable food. I visited in April 2024 during the off-peak season when the snow was starting to melt. We spent about 10 days total, about 5 days in each city. And I know, it took me so long to get the video up, but it's okay. I am catching up to 2024, so that's a good sign. By the way, quick disclaimer, the footage is a little bit scuffed because I didn't plan on making a YouTube video at the time. But I still wanted to share this trip with you, so please bear with me. I really love visiting Shenyang. I loved it so much that I went back in October of 2024, which will be another vlog for another time. But anyway, we are starting off like we always do, with McDonald's, but at the airport. Now we knew it was gonna be pricey, but if I remember correctly, it was about 300 to 350 yuan, which is about 60 plus SGD, which is insane compared to Shenyang's food price. McDonald's in China has an extra choice of fries, different from our usual golden thin fries in Singapore. These ones have ridges, are extra crispy, and come in a cute box, which by the way we totally opened wrong. Turns out there's a tab you're supposed to pull to open it properly. I also paid a little extra to upgrade to a McCafe matcha latte, which had matcha pudding or jelly in it. The jelly was super smooth and nice, but the drink itself was a bit too sweet for me. Ketchup! Remember this for later. For the burgers, I got the Chongqing spicy hot pot chicken fillet burger, and I was clearly not impressed. Yes, it had a spicy sauce, but the chicken fillet wasn't juicy or crispy, so our McSpicy wins by 1,000 kilometers. As for the beef burger, we got the Bacon Mac Stick Beef Burger, direct translation. The patty was thick, but the veggies felt kinda old. Just look at Zelt struggling here. And the burger itself was dry too, which was a little disappointing. Overall, maybe we just picked the unpopular items, but honestly, I would say stick to McDonald's in Singapore. After that, we checked into a hotel, Hotel Jen, which is right by Taiyuanjie, one of the touristy spots in Shenyang. The hotel was a little old, but it was clean and the amazing location made up for it. Pro tip! You can book directly with the hotel for a much cheaper rate and loyalty program. I'll share more about this in my next Shenyang vlog, so stay tuned! After checking into our hotel, we headed out to explore the area. There were a lot of food stalls everywhere, the vibes were nice, there's a lot of photo spots, and it was buzzing with people everywhere. Although online, people say that it's on the pricier side, but we didn't mind because we were tourists and we were just gonna try everything anyway. First up, we tried the mala lobster dumplings. It was hot, juicy, and flavorful, and I don't know if I'll get it again. I think it's more of a try it one time and then let it be kind of thing. But it still came out hot and fresh, so I give it a 7 out of 10. Next is my absolute favorite thing I discovered in Dongbei, which is leng mian. Oh my goodness, if you've never had it, it's so good. Look at the amount of people queuing here. What they do is they grill dried tofu skin, they pour a coating of egg on it, then they brush on some sweet and spicy sauce. The toppings they usually have is like sausage, onion, coriander. Sometimes you can add like a chicken fillet or like some meat patty. It was so yummy. I genuinely don't know how to describe this to you. It's kind of like a sweet and savory popiah with meat, that kind of vibe. We taped all this stuff back to the hotel cause we couldn't finish it on the spot and it was getting really crowded. We also grabbed some drinks on the way. It's not really a bubble tea shop, it's just some random shop and it wasn't really nice, so never mind. After resting at our hotel for a little bit, we went to try Guo Bao Rou at a local diner. If you don't know what Guo Bao Rou is, you need to go back and watch my Awa video talking about Guo Bao Rou. You can refer back to Awa episode 4 and 5. It's not doing it justice by calling it crispy deep fried pork. but that's the gist of it. Anyway, we went to this diner because we saw good reviews on Baidu Maps, but honestly, it was a letdown. Because the meat was like hard and it wasn't crispy, I felt like the Guo Bao Rou I had here was not even as nice as the one I had in our episode 4 and 5. Especially cause we were in Dongbei. After dinner, we had major food coma, so we just went back to the hotel and had a big fat sleep. The next day, we went to Sita, another famous spot for food. This place has all kinds of food. Street food like Korean corn dog, cheese coin, fried chicken, anything. We visited a giant store. It's not really a supermarket, but they sell everything from snacks, instant noodles, everything. There were a lot of stores here also selling like kimchi, fermented rice wine, those kind of stuff. I also randomly passed by a lottery shop and I decided to try. And no, I didn't win anything, unfortunately. I don't condone gambling though, it's just for fun. It cost me like 20 yuan if I'm not wrong, which is like $4. I could have bought a milk tea with that, but never mind, don't do it again. I also went to a Chinese Miniso, and I actually really love Chinese Miniso because the variety is big. And I managed to get a few pairs of capybara socks and it was so cute. Maybe I'll insert a picture of my socks or maybe I will not. But anyway, for dinner, we went to this place near our hotel called Red Cherry, Hong Ying Tao, and this place was fancy. We ordered quite a lot of dishes. We ordered wasabi prawns, steamed fish, Peking duck, Guo Bao Rou, and a stir-fried cauliflower. One thing to take note when you're in Shenyang or Dongbei in general is that their food portions are really large. And of course, because it was our first time going and we didn't know, so when we ordered, everything was wow! Definitely not in a bad way, but of course we try not to waste food. Everything here was delicious though. The prawns were huge, the wasabi taste was subtle but not too strong. The fish was fresh, nothing special but overall tasted great. The duck is like a Peking duck, it comes with the wrap and everything. It was kind of crispy but still like not bad as well. And the Guo Bao Rou was great. It was similar to the ones that I had before, and it really made me feel like, oh, what I expected was actually, it's actually a reality. I just had one bad experience the day prior. I don't really remember how much this entire meal cost, but I'm pretty sure it was less than 100 SGD for 4 of us. And we had like 4 meat dishes and 1 veggie, which is pretty insane. Afterwards, because we were so full, we kind of walked around and tried to digest the food. And then we also went to the train station to take picture with the rainbow lights. The next day, we checked out a night market and we grabbed a ton of food to take back to the hotel. I really wish I had more footage here because the variety of food is crazy. So all these stalls are like along the road, kind of like a pasar malam if you know what that is. They have like stalls on the roadside selling Peking duck. They also have this thing called Dongbei He Fan, which in Singaporean slang term is like Cai Fan. One of the famous dishes that they have is called Kao Ji Jia. Basically, Ji Jia is kind of like the chicken and they remove all the meat, basically only left the bones. They take this and put it on a grill. Then depending on which way they make it, they have a soup version. The street food one is grilled and then they will spray vinegar and put a lot of sugar on it. I bought this and I tried to eat it, but I didn't really know how to appreciate it because I felt like it was just a bunch of bones and there was no meat. I think it's just a me problem, but the locals or like people who know how to eat this, they really enjoy it. I need to introduce you to this magical variant of Guo Bao Rou I had at this night market. Usually the Guo Bao Rous that we have is fried in the vinegar dark sauce, but the one in this stall, they fry in tomato sauce. Now if you're not a fan of tomato sauce, you won't like this, but I love tomato sauce. I go to McDonald's and every time they don't give me tomato sauce and I'm kind of salty about it. Okay, that's the level that I like tomato sauce. So tomato sauce plus Guo Bao Rou, bam, amazing. This is great. You should try it if you like tomato sauce. Like the previous time, what we did was we took all the stuff, we brought it back to our hotel and ate it because there isn't really seats or any place you can stay and eat because they are all like outdoor food stalls. Of course, I had to get milk tea on the way. This is one of the milk teas that I really like. It's Cha Panda, which is a chain that they have across all Shenyang. But it's not my favorite. I'll show you guys my favorite bubble tea in the next Shenyang vlog, so stay tuned and subscribe! Another snack that we got was the lü da ge. It's a traditional snack in China, which is kind of a sticky rice base. They kind of sprinkle some yellow bean powder and sugar. Then they put on the thick red bean paste and they roll it up. For our second last day in Shenyang, we went for a Cuozao experience. Now, what is Cuozao? Cuozao in direct translation is scrub bath. Dongbei and especially Shenyang is famous for Cuozao. Their whole tourism is built around this Cuozao. So what you do is you go to the bathhouse. We went to Muli Mu Wai, which is a famous place. When you enter, they ask you to take off your shoes. You wear their in-house slippers and they give you a wristband. When you enter, they usually charge you an entry fee. And depending on the place, sometimes the entry fee comes with a buffet. So after you change your shoes, they will split you up by men and women. But they also have communal areas where you can relax. So after they split you up, they bring you to your locker and you place all your belongings and you get naked. Like literally butt naked, no clothes. Okay, well they do provide you clothes that you can wear after you're done doing all the scrubbing. But generally yes, you get naked. Afterwards you take a quick shower, then you go and lie down on all these like beds that they have. For me, I got the private room package with my mom and we got the luxury treatment. We had a private bathtub with milk and rose petals. It was a bit pricey, but it was very relaxing. Just the package alone cost about 899 yuan per person, which is around $170 per person, and it's only the scrubbing and the bath and everything. If you don't want to go for the luxurious package, they have the basic one, which is around 20 to 40 Singapore dollars, I think. But usually the staff will try to sell you on some stuff like, oh, do you want to add milk? Then it'll be an extra charge, that kind of thing. All the charges will be charged to your wristband, including the entry fee. So you only pay when you're exiting. Before I went, I watched a lot of so-called tutorials or like guides on like what they do. And I thought I'd be really embarrassed. But actually it was fine when I was there. Maybe it's because I had the luxurious package, I don't know. But overall it was a good experience. When they scrub you, they really scrub you everywhere. And when they scrub you, like all the dirt comes out and it's like, ugh. I didn't even know that one person could have so much dirt. And apparently it's a common thing for like everybody, especially if you've never scrubbed before. So after all the scrubbing and everything, we went out and met the two guys in our group. And then we went to this like communal area where they served fresh fruit. The fruit here was all free. So, you know, they had honeydew, like strawberries, everything. Just free flow fruit. We ate a little bit, we didn't eat too much because we were going for the buffet. The buffet was pretty amazing. There was a lot of variety from fresh seafood to barbecue skewers and a ton of cooked food. Overall, the taste of everything was kind of average. There was nothing that was super yummy, but I liked that they had so much variety. Here's me posing with the grilled durian. I think they put some cheese on it. It was not bad. A few hours after eating all these, I ordered delivery, which is Wai Mai. The Wai Mai in China is amazing. It's convenient, it's fast, it's affordable. Wow, if I lived in China, I think I'll be extremely addicted to this. I will never leave my house ever again. I ordered spicy noodles, fried chicken, and more milk tea. I don't know what to say. I love the milk tea. It's a different experience there. On the last and final day in Shenyang, we went to try a Hanfu photo shoot. I scroll a lot of Douyin in my free time. Well, I used to. And this is a pretty trendy thing that people do when they visit different cities. So for Shenyang in particular, what most people will do is the Hanfu photo shoot at the Shenyang Gugong. The Shenyang Gugong, aka the Shenyang Imperial Palace, was the main imperial palace during the early years of the Qing dynasty. It was a secondary palace in the subsequent years, but now it's a museum. Before doing our shoot, we tried the Dongbei Tie Guo Dun, which is a savory and hearty stew in an iron pot, usually with meat, potatoes, vegetables, and buns stuck to the side of the pot. Ours was pork ribs, and the meat is so tender it sliced off the bone. The buns soak up all the sauce, and this dish made me wish I could eat more. I didn't really know which shop to go to because there were really so many shops everywhere. So I decided to just pick one and go in, which is a bad choice in hindsight. The prices was really high, about 200 plus SGD for like a couple shoot, which I feel that if I did better research, I could have found something cheaper. However, at the time, I didn't feel like my experience was too bad. They provided a lot of things in the package such as hairstyle, makeup, hanfu rental, as well as the photographer. When I look back at the pictures though, I think the makeup was not so good, especially for the guys in our group. Their makeup style generally likes to make the face really pale, so for the guys who are usually tanner, they look kinda like vampires, if you get what I mean. I shall not show a picture because I don't want to expose them, but overall it's still a good experience. I just wish that our pictures turned out better. Afterwards, we went to eat grilled fish at a nearby mall. It was pretty good. They had a dual plate ping pan, which is great for trying two flavors and sharing among your group. I tried the new milk tea again and look how crazy my makeup looks after taking off the hanfu. After that, we went back to our hotel and had an early rest because the next day we were going to Harbin. And that's the end for the Shenyang vlog, April 2024 edition. Thanks for watching this episode of Scar Let's Go! I hope I explained how great Shenyang is in this video. If not, the next Shenyang vlog will help convince you even more. I'll be traveling for the next 2 weeks, so uploads might slow down. But don't worry, that means fresh new Scar Let's Go episodes are on the way. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.